everyone and welcome back to my channel, Come Fly With Me Australia. Today I'm doing a very interesting video which is on engine failure. So I will be talking about exactly what I do, what I would do if I had engine failure mid-flight. Luckily I haven't had it to date, but obviously we train for that when we become pilots. And also I will be talking about what I would do if we had fire in the cockpit as well, or in the engine, electrical fire and so forth. So I've got Christy flying with me today. You know, it's always nice to have another pilot in the cockpit with me. It makes it extra fun. Just as a quick disclaimer, I'm not a licensed instructor. I'm just a private pilot, and today's video is just what I would do in these instances. So yeah. Okay, all right, let's go. Yay! Chris is all set, looking suave.
Avionics on. Oh, it's good. Noise cancelling. That sounds good. It's loud. Good. Ooh,
yeah.
So loud.
It is very loud, actually. Sorry about that.
Oh, fine. It's just loud, isn't it? Okay. 12715, 12585. Transponder 1200, Barrow. Yep. Okay, we're good to go. Traffic red clear, 5E12 Mike Yankee Echo, request radio check, traffic red clear.
Reading at 5 India, Victor Whiskey.
Thank you, reading at 5 also. Get the wind so I can see where we're going today. Reckon that's 07?
Let me have a look at that.
Oh yeah, that looks 07.
It does, doesn't it?
Traffic red clear, 5E12 Mike Yankee Echo, taxiing for runway 07, traffic red clear. This is a difficult...
Yeah, 07.
Okay, let's go have some fun. Yes. Oh, it's nice to be flying again. Very snack. Okay, no one on downwind, no one on base, no one on final. Traffic red clear, 5E12 Mike Yankee Echo, entering, backtracking and lining up on runway 07, traffic red clear. Yay, let's go. We'll just head over to Bribey and we'll have a bit of fun and do some practice, some engine failure. And some fire.
Rectal traffic India, Victor Whiskey 172, clear, 07, retaxiing, 07 for the circus directed.
Okay, we're up. Feels so good to be in the air. I bet you just want to be in the pilot seat now. I bet you're like, oh, why am I sitting in that seat?
Alright. It's still all fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Traffic red clear, 5E12 Mike Yankee Echo, turning downwind for runway 07, traffic red clear. Right, we'll depart the circuit and we'll head over to the training area.
Sounds good.
This is the 172, Yankee Romeo Echo, 1,000 feet, Hazelton, tracking south for Beachmere.
Okay.
Vulture.
Caboose traffic, RV12, Mike Yankee Echoes, overhead Beachmere at 1,000, tracking for Bribey Island. Inbound traffic, tracking for Red Cliff, I'll maintain 1,000.
Yeah, correct. Caboose traffic, Juliet, 1 mile north of Beachmere, 1,500, tracking southbound for Redcliffe. Caboose traffic.
I don't have any of them visual, do you? Oh, there's one guy.
No, he said he's going to maintain 1,500. Obviously, we're not going to trust that, so we're just going to keep an eye out.
Yeah. I mean, I saw one guy over there. There's two. It sounded like there was two aircraft coming at us. Not registered. He's not on any of this. He's not showing up.
Is that in there?
Recreational traffic Cessna 172.
There's Hazelton there.
Turning base, one way 07, touch and go, number 1, traffic.
We've got here. Thank you, Romeo.
Helicopter high traffic to Alpha is overhead Donnybrook at 2,000 feet, descending to 1,000 feet, inbound for the circuit. Caboolture.
Oh, he's going to Caboolture, so we're fine on him.
Okay.
I mean on the...
Helicopter Quebec.
Oh, there he is.
Caboolture traffic, Yankee Romeo Echo, currently 1,500 feet overhead Beachmere. Traffic southbound to Redcliffe is that you just want to coast to Beachmere?
Talking to us.
No, he said southbound, we're northbound.
172, Bravo Golf X-ray, overhead the field 1,500, descended on non-active side for a crosswind join runway 11.
Lucky we had our wits about us then, hey babe?
Yeah, definitely.
This is 210 Delta Quebec Zulu, 2 miles north of the Bribey Bridge. Traffic transiting to Redcliffe via Beachmere, 1,700.
1,700. My gosh, there's a few traffic around.
Oh yeah, he's here. It's alright. There, but you think.
Yeah, if we didn't have that, because we would have climbed at 1,500 then, if we hadn't have heard it. Traffic, Bribey Island, Sandstone Point, RV12 Mike Yankee Echoes, overhead Sandstone Point at 1,000, tracking for Woorham, maintaining 1,000, traffic Bribey Island, Sandstone Point. Bit of excitement there, hey Joel?
Traffic, helicopter Bravo Zulu X-ray is crossing runway 11 for right cross, Caboolture traffic. Wind for runway 11.
Want this over now?
Oh yeah, thanks. I mean, you can always practice your forced landings on the beach.
Yes, oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I actually was going to do them. That's the training area, they call it.
Okay.
And that's where all you do, you practice your stalls and like you're in... Beautiful day. So I should be dipping the wing to get some good footage there on the 360.
Caboolture traffic, helicopter Bravo Zulu X-ray is crossing the undershoot of runway 06, Caboolture.
We just want to get in a spot where there's not a lot of traffic around.
Just a helicopter here, sorry.
Not on anything. I'll just do a call. Traffic, Bribey Island, RV12 Mike Yankee Echoes, overhead Woorham at 1,500, tracking north along the east coast for Caloundra. Bribey Island traffic. You got a visual?
Yeah.
What's he doing? How close is he?
He's no, he's probably about 500 feet below us.
All right, well, I'll just... No, he's not transmitting on anything. Not...
Bribey Island, helicopter leaves Terrible Whiskey is approach again, northbound over water, north of 1,000, for Caloundra. Bribey Island traffic.
Bribey Island traffic, RV12 Mike Yankee Echo, helicopter tracking east on the Bribey coast. We have your visual, will remain at 1,500. There we go. But I mean, he's not on anything. He's not on anything. This is just goes to show. He's not there, he's not here.
Got to keep your eyes out, hey.
Yeah, well done you for spotting that.
All right.
Okay, so guys, we're going to do our first practice here, which is if we have an engine fire. So the first thing we're going to do is shut off the fuel valve, which is just down there. We're going to pull it up. We're going to turn off both the fuel pumps here, and we're going to turn off lane A and B. And then we're going to increase our airspeed, which seems pretty crazy, but we want to try and blow the fire out effectively, reducing oxygen to the fire. So we want to get to our highest, our fastest speed, which is 136. And if it's there's strong turbulence, we get to VNO, which is 108 knots. We also want to close the air vents to stop the smoke getting in the cockpit. So I'm not going to emulate that now because I don't want to turn off the fuel valve, but yeah, we close the fuel valve, pulling it up, turn off the fuel pumps, turn off lane A and B to get rid of the fire, the ignition, shut the vents, and increase your speed, and obviously land the plane at the, as soon as you can, as soon as place you can. Right, so that's engine fire in the engine. Anything else you want to add to that, Christy?
No, not at all. But I'll go through.
Yeah,
So
go, yes.
I will go fuel shut off,
Yes.
fuel pumps off, lane A and B off, close the vents, VNE, 136 knots. Then I would side slip if needed if you can't see anything.
Yes. Yeah.
And just trying to extinguish that fire.
Yeah. So side slipping is opposite rudder and stick opposite direction. Yeah. Just to try.
Helicopter high traffic
Yeah.
Alpha, Delta left after.
Okay.
11.
Awesome.
Helicopter hotel Victor Alpha shortly turns base for the runway 11, Gibraltar.
Okay, we're going to simulate electrical fire here, which you can tell the difference if it's an electrical fire because of the smell. So you'll get a strong odor of burning smell of like insulation, electrical wires burning and so forth. So the first thing you would do would turn the master off. You would turn your avionics off, all switches off, and you pull the gen main bus fuse out as well. You leave your vents open because if it's going to be fire in here, you want to get as much oxygen as you can. And again, side slipping, whatever you need to do to get the plane on the ground. So yeah, that's electrical fire in flight. Anything else? Did I do a good job of that? She's done like 2,300 hours. She's a commercial pilot, and my like mere 250 hours. So I've got a lot I can learn off Christy. And I told her to chime in at any time, and you know, if she feels like could say something better.
Helicopter hotel Victor Alpha is 4 nautical miles north of the field, climbing from 1,100 to 1,500 Gibraltar.
Right, the next one we're going to chat about today is engine failure in flight. So if the engine just turns off mid-flight, what would you do? So the first thing you want to do is check that your lane A and B switches are on. Then you're going to go your EMS battery backup, which adds an additional power to your instrument panel if that goes out. Fuel pump 2 switches both on. Check that the fuel cutoff is pushed down to make sure that there is flow of fuel going to the engine. You want to push the throttle to 55%. You need, which is over here, 55%.
Traffic, helicopter hotel Victor Alpha is 3 nautical miles to the north of the field at 1,500 feet.
Next thing we want to do is hold that spar pin button. I'll just give that to you, your aircraft. Hold that in and then turn the ignition key. So this is only if you have engine failure in flight. If that doesn't work and it's not turning over, you need to adjust the throttle settings and try again. Do the same process. Check that lane A and B are on. Check that, put the EMS battery backup on. Fuel pumps both on, fuel shut-off valve, make sure it's pushed all the way down so that fuel's getting to the engine, throttle to 55%, hold the spark pin button, turn the key.
Runway 695, operating the glass house.
So if the engine were to conk out right now, I would pull the stick back to 63 knots and get high.
Oh yes, I missed that bit at the very start. Well done. Christy's just pointed out a very good point, which I missed at the very beginning. If we have engine failure, the very first thing we've got to do is get to our best glide speed, which is 63 knots in this aircraft. So yeah, pull the stick back, adjust the trim it to 63 knots. Then we would go through the checklist for engine failure. So if it doesn't restart, you need to do your forced landing procedure and find a place to land.
Would totally just land on this road right here.
Go for it, babe. Let's do it.
Looks good. It's nice and wide.
Okay, here we are, Christy. Christy's going. She's feeling confident. She's like, let's land on this road. It's funny, when we fly together, I like to pick beaches or paddocks, and she likes the roads.
If they're wide enough, I'm going for it.
Design off this one here.
Left grass, couple.
Well, whereas I'm more inclined, I worry about power lines.
Yeah.
So, and also other cars. I feel like I don't want to hit another car, right?
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
But I guess depends where the road is.
Depends on how good the paddock is though as well.
Yeah,
like if it's a pretty good paddock, you want to go for that paddock.
But nothing here is any good because they're all trees.
Traffic, helicopter hotel
Yeah.
Victor Alpha.
I picked the beach.
I mean, the beach. I don't think we'd make the beach.
No, right here we wouldn't because our this would tell us where we'd land. So right now we would.
But even this here, right here. I mean, I think we'd be a little bit too high for it.
Well,
but
it says right now we'd probably be best going straight down there. What do you think?
yeah. So we're a bit high though.
Helicopter Echo uniform A350 is 10 miles to the southwest.
But look at that road there.
Runway 05.
That looks pretty damn good. I think you're. I like your thinking, Christy.
No power lines.
Looks beautiful.
No cars.
She's already preparing to land us. I can tell. She's circling overhead. It's tempting. to.
Alright.
Our wings would fit.
Aiming over.
Would fit. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is practice forced landings. So if we try to restart the engine twice, it's not working, we need to land the plane. So the very first thing we want to do is get to our best glide speed, 63 knots in this particular plane. Every plane is different. So we want to, if we're going at 100 knots, we want to pull the nose back, adjust the trim here, the trim button here to get to 63 knots. Then we are going to go through our procedure to turn off the engine, so if we crash land, we don't want to fire. So the first thing we're going to do is...
Helicopter, Quebec Oscar Zulu, crosses runway 1129.
This has been such a good exercise even. Like,
So much.
really
I love it
I
too.
love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is get to 63 knots, which is our best glide speed in this plane. We can get the furthest distance. So you want to also find where you're going to land. So have a quick look. Now they teach you, no point looking for an airport nearby because you're probably not going to make it. You need to look straight down. So look down, look for a beach, look for a road in Christy's case, or a paddock with, or so, you know, somewhere that looks favourable.
Helicopter Echo uniform, 5 mile final, train approach 05 at 1000. Traffic cloud. 8 miles north.
Would you do full flap?
2000 inbound.
That's the question, because you don't want to get too slow.
It just depends on what.
Yeah.
If I know that I'm going to make it, say if there's a fence, trees, anything like that, if I know I'm going to make it, I will dump that flat down. Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. So if, for example, here we know we'd land on the beach right underneath us,
Yeah.
you could confidently put full flap because we know we're right over where we want to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Obviously not at this height. It would be one of the very last things I do.
Yes. Yeah.
As I'm coming down on final. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and the other thing you've got to keep in mind is wind direction. You know, you always want to be landing into the wind. So if you don't have any instruments to tell you, like our instrument panel, the Dynon tells you where the wind's coming from, and right now it's coming this way from the east. So we know that we would want to land this way on the beach, and we'd have to just circle around and land this way. But if you didn't have this amazing technology, look out for smoke, right? See if you can find a fire and see which direction the wind is pushing the smoke. Any other ideas?
I mean, you could look at the ocean if it was wide, the waves. White caps.
Well done.
Yeah, so here we can see that there's a bit of white caps there.
Helicopter Echo uniform, 3 mile final, train approach.
You can see, I don't know if you can look at the ocean, but you can see which way the wind's blowing. Can you see it?
Yeah, you can, yeah. Okay, so let's go back to forced landing. So the very first thing you want to do is find out where you're going to land. So find a place, get to your best glide speed, fuel shut-off valve, you need to pull that up. You need to turn off your fuel pumps, or you want to put your transponder to 7700 and squawks at 7700, which is the emergency. Do a mayday call. So you can do a mayday call on 121.5. So that all the big jumbos up ahead can hear where you're doing your mayday call. All the commercial aircraft will hear it, and the tower as well. So you would do mayday, 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 RV12 Mike Yankee Echo, RV12 Mike Yankee Echo, RV12 Mike Yankee Echo. Overhead, Wooreen at 1,400, complete engine failure. Intention to do a emergency landing on the beach on the east coast of Bribie. 2 passengers on board, RV12 Mike Yankee Echo. Oh, and if you've got time, do your emergency beacon. That way someone knows where to find you. And that's it. Okay, next step, what are we going to do? We've got to always make sure we're overhead where we want to go. Our plane has excellent technology. It has a green circle that'll show you where you can land if you have engine failure at this moment, at this height. And it also takes into account wind as well. So let's just say, well, right now we're at 1,300 feet. Should we pull the power back and do it? Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Okay, so, and the other thing is remain calm. We'll only go down 500 feet.
695, join non-active side runway 11.
Okay, so we're going to practice now. I've just trimmed it. Yep. Pulling it back.
Boulder traffic, Cessna 172, Foxtrot Juliet Oscar, taxis runway 11, short crossing 0624, Boulder traffic.
So I've got the power all the way back, throttle all the way back. While to get there. I'm going to pretend like we're going to land on this beach. So here we are. Not quite at 63 knots. Trim. Oh, there's a few people around on that beach, but hopefully they get out of our way.
Clear runway, traffic cloud.
Right, flaps. just going to do 10 degree flat. So this is where I'll be doing fuel, pull the fuel shutoff valve, turn the fuel pumps both off, lane A and B both off. We're at 63 knots. Doing the mayday call.
90, approximately 2 nautical miles northeast
Master
of
off.
Donnybrook. Tracking
Pull the
BCR,
fuse.
maintaining 1,500.
Turn off the EMS battery backup.
Look, traffic, we're away 695, midfield crosswind, runway 11, full stop.
Could do some side stepping here, but I think we'd be fine.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, I've added throttle, which is just how to have it. There we go. We'd actually safely make it now if we had to.
We would absolutely make it.
We would make it. We're landing into the wind here. We'd safely do it. I'm going to add power so we don't scare these poor people down here. They're probably looking at us going, what is that plane doing? So we would have made it. There you go. So
Look at you go, girlfriend.
it just goes to
Well
show.
done.
We
So
would have made
good.
it. Yeah. And it was actually really fun to just to practice that, right? So that if we ever had to do it, it's not so.
Yeah, you did amazing.
Oh, it's just like any other landing, isn't it? Right, let's get up. Okay, other thing that we didn't mention, or that I didn't mention, is when you do your mayday call, to do it on 121.5, but also do it on your local frequency wherever you're at. In this case, it's 12585, just to let other pilots know that are in the area that you've got a mayday call, you've got an emergency, and they can potentially help guide the emergency vehicles where you are and so forth. So yeah, now other thing, if you're going to do an emergency landing, what do you do with your passenger? Now Christy's a pilot, so she knows what to do, but just reassure your passenger, tighten your seat belts, remove any loose objects from the cockpit, put it in the back, so the iPad, iPhones, anything like that. Also get your passenger to pull their knees up tight to their chest, because you will be using the rudders to land the plane, and if you hit something and break both your legs, at least your passenger hopefully doesn't have broken legs and they can help you get out of the plane. So that's the idea of telling your passenger to pull their legs up. And also point out any where you'd get help. So before you land, you can tell your passenger, there's a house there, there's some shops, there's a built-up area, we need to go there. So, yes.
And I also just sent my mum a message and say, I'm going flying. If I don't hear from me, let me know.
Yeah, there's that helicopter. None of these guys are on the radars today.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a very good point. So before you go flying on your own, always a good idea to let someone know where you're going and what you're doing.
Because that's what we do. We worry our parents, don't we?
I do that too, actually. I text Dad to say I'm going to so-and-so. Sometimes he watches me.
Yeah.
Does your mum watch you? Does she have like the...
No.
Oh, you should tell her to get flight radar.
radar. Don't watch me.
Right, we're going to go back home now. So we've done a little engine failure simulation. I found that quite fun.
That was excellent.
Yeah. So yeah, jump in the comments, anyone who has anything to add or has had to use any of these emergency procedures. We'd love to know.
For traffic, Cessna 172, Foxtrot Juliet Oscar, entering landing up runway 11 for an overhead departure, tracking Arch Towers, climbing up to 1,500, Bull to traffic.
Yeah, jump in the comments if anyone has had to use these things, and if you've got any tips or pointers or whatever for us. Redcliffe traffic, RV12 Mike Yankee Echoes, overhead Beachmere at 1,500, inbound expect circuit time 52, traffic Redcliffe. Traffic Redcliffe, RV12 Mike Yankee Echoes, joining crosswind on runway 07, number 3 in the circuit behind the aircraft and downwind. Traffic Redcliffe. This is like the first time we flew together this weather, isn't it?
Yeah.
Measuring
Recruit traffic, Cessna 172, Romeo Alpha Quebec. Entering back tracking, runway 07 for circuit, Recruit.
So here we are, we made it back. Did you okay?
Amazing, like usual.
Oh, you're sweet. Well, it was a bit gusty, so it wasn't a 10 out of 10, but it was fine. Fantastic. Did the job. Thank you. So big thanks to Christy for coming along today.